Give me kind of what you think, what teams that got sent home early should we look out for? Like what teams should we be looking out for next year? And then we're gonna get into the NBA. Then we're gonna get into the finals talk.
In the East or the West?
Both. What happens if the Lakers go get a big?
Expect a little more out the Clippers.
More out the Clippers.
I expect the way they finished the season.
Yep.
They ran into Denver in the first round.
They were a popular pick to win.
They ran into Denver in the first round. That was a pick'em series. Though.
Yep.
That's a tough first round play. That 4-5 is always going to be good. That 4-5 and both sides, that's always going to be good because it's only a fraction that separates those two teams. So obviously, we would think that they would be, better next year. The West is tough. The Lakers, like you said, the Lakers, we say they're a center away.
Yeah, they get a big man.
We can say, how great Luka is and how great he was even without that, but anybody that knows the game of basketball knows that vertical spacing just unlocks Luka to a whole nother level as a basketball player. Allows him to just, make plays for other people, and once he can make plays for other people, that just makes it more easier for him to be an offensive juggernaut like he is. So,
Kill, I'm gonna have this question, and we have to answer. We have to answer it. And I refuse. It's the hardest one to answer. Can Bron just keep doing this again next year?
Yeah. All right. There's no doubt in my mind, dog. We got a chance to see that firsthand, dog. You know how I trust the work. I don't trust age. I don't trust what people say. I trust the work.
It's getting ridiculous.
That's my slogan to my kids. Don't listen to me. Trust the work.
Yeah.
And I trust the work. And the work that man put in, there's no doubt in my mind. There's no question that he's going to be able to continue to play.
I saw him in a game. It was one of the last games of the year. And I talked to him. I was like, "Yo, what you're doing is amazing, though."
Yeah.
Bro,
I trust the work, Killer, hands down. But the work he puts in is no 40, doubt.
Can he do it the same amount of minutes, the same games logged, the 25 to 8? Like he can do this again?
If you train yourself that way, why not?
Golly,
we always talk about habits. I mean, these are the habits. And at this stage of the game for Bron, it's not even about habits no more. This is a lifestyle.
I'm with you. I'm not betting against him either. I'm just saying
this is his lifestyle. There's no doubt in my mind he can. I 1,000% he can. This is his lifestyle. You're talking to somebody who, obviously on a different level. You know what I'm saying? His level of greatness is his level of greatness. You know what I'm saying? But my preparation was exactly the same when I was in my 40s, and the way I prepared and the way I approached it. So there's no doubt in my mind that I think he can.
You know what's wild? It's even crazier too, man. Is like people are still, and that's how great he is. People are still like picking him apart as if he was still 27. Like they're still judging him and expecting.
What the fuck they expect? What are they expecting?
I'm saying like,
are you not entertained?
No, I'm not. No, but I'm saying people are still like criticizing, like yo, like the dude's for it. Like
that's
come on,
what I'm
man.
saying. What the
unbelievable?
What are they? Are you not entertained?
Yeah, but you saw in Miami.
Like
that jump
Spaniards,
was unbelievable. That
Gladiator. Are you not entertained? Like what else do you need to see?
Hey man, if he does it again next year, and he's going to,
yeah,
I'm actually betting on it.
What else do you need to see? He has shown us everything. It's interesting to see where Denver goes next year.
Yep.
Obviously, I love Adelman.
Yep.
The coach that was obviously the interim coach that is now the head coach. Mm-hmm. I really love what he's done. I look at his interviews. I watch him in the timeouts. I'm big on body language. I'm big on eye contact, and I just see how they respond to him. I see how he's very direct with eye-to-eye communication with all those guys. I also like the way he, his X's and O's game is on point. So we'll see where they go next with that roster. But, with Joker, I ain't never going to bet against him. I ain't bet against the Joker. The Minnesota Timberwolves get another year under their belt. Obviously 2 years straight in the Eastern Conference Final. In the Western Conference Finals. And you watched me the other day, and I had a conversation on ESPN, and then directly having speaking to Ant-Man. If it was just me and Ant-Man in the room and nobody else, and his comment about not being hurt about losing, but he did want it for Mike Conley, and I respect that because I am an OG. So when you get to this stage of the game, you do want your young guys to fight for themselves, one, but you also want them to fight for you a little bit because you're not out there and you can't contribute the way you would like to contribute. So I respect that, but what I want Ant-Man to caution when he said it didn't hurt is that it's okay to let it hurt a little bit. It's okay to let it hurt a little bit. It's okay to have a little pain because that pain, that's what's going to drive you to go that extra step. Like you're going to work your ass off because you Ant-Man. Yeah. You're going to work your ass off because you want to be great. But that pain, once that start to creep in, that gonna push you beyond a level that you probably thought you could go to. Yeah. Like I said, when I was talking earlier, this is a Rileyism. You gotta have so much pain and so many sleepless nights where winning is the only option. So it's okay to let it hurt a little bit, man. It's okay to let that get up under your skin and dig in a little bit, because that's just gonna drive you to give that extra 1% that's gonna push you over the hump when you get in that situation where you down 3-2. You know what I'm saying? And your back is against the wall and you need to get 2 out of it. You need to get the next 2 or you going home. Like that pain right there, that you felt these last 2 years, you keep feeling that's gonna turn you into a monster. It's gonna turn you into a madman. You never gonna wanna feel like that again. So, you know, just my conversation and my comments to Ant-Man was, it's okay to feel that pain, let that hurt just a little bit, because that's the that's gonna drive you. So I do believe that Julius Randle will be better next year in the playoffs. You know, he played great up until that point. But OKC ain't slowing down. You know what I'm saying? If you look at the conversations and the comments right after they won, and, you know, all the way from their MVP of SGA setting the tone to Chet, you know, this is not the goal. We're thankful. We're happy we won the West, but this ain't the goal. Okay. The goal is to win it all. Okay. The goal is to be champions.
OKC is going to be interesting,
you know
too, because you're looking at that. In the past, obviously, we ran into them, and then James Harden leaves, right? Yeah. In the past, their track record, and I'm not saying it's going to. Sam Presti is the best in the business right now, in my opinion.
Very good.
But he has big decisions to make too financially. Again, I keep going back to that. Like, yes, you keep that team together. Yes, they're not going anywhere. The Carusos of the world, the Lou Dorts of the world, the Hartensteins of the world, the guys you talk about. But most importantly, this summer you have Chet up for contract extension eligibility. Jalen Williams, Shea's going to get his massive one back up.
Yeah,
so if you're OKC, like, that's, to me, the conversations after these finals, and we're going to talk about these finals. I can't wait to hear your perspective on it. But those storylines are what are going to be great. Is OKC going to pay those 3 guys with Hartens? Like, they're going to be a second April. Like, are they going to be a tax team?
Listen, Killer. That's more your field than
no,
mine.
But it's life, though.
That's more your field than mine.
That's a fan's
But
field,
as
though,
I
too.
sit over here, as a fan, as a OG, as a student, what they have is special, and you better do your damn well best to keep it together as long as you can.
No, I agree, but as a fan, you also got to understand, like, it's going to be hard to keep
I understand
that.
It is.
Hartenstein's making his money.
I understand that it is, but I also look at a group of guys. I also look at a group of guys.
Casey Wallace, they got to pay.
I also look at a group of guys, Killer, where I say to myself, your core group, those guys enjoy being there. And those guys will probably take a little bit less of being there. Maybe a little bit less to be there. Chet,
Young
SGA,
like that?
Chet, they already making good money.
SGA's going to sign that Supermax this summer.
They all making good money.
Okay.
I'm not saying they, but they take a little bit less.
Okay.
To make it work, because I really think they enjoy being together.
I
really think they enjoy playing together.
Bro.
Now, the guys like the Casey Wallaces and the Aaron Wiggins and, you know, these different guys, these are the guys that you might lose. These are the guys who got to go get their money, and rightfully so. I'm sure SGA get that phone call and Casey Wallace say, hey, this person offered me this. I'll see you in the summer, dog. I'm happy for you.
Casey's got another year, thank goodness for him.
Well, I'm just giving that an example. Yeah. But any of these younger guys, those are the guys that you might have to worry about. But I think that core group of guys, understand what they got, and I think those guys are willing to make it work financially. You know what I'm saying? I would hope they would be, because they got something special there with those 3. And they're still young. You can keep that together for a long time, you know what I'm saying, hopefully. Fellas, I'm talking to y'all one more time. Nobody likes to wait. None of us. I can't stand being in traffic. I can't stand waiting for my coffee. I hate waiting to get off work. So why would I make my woman wait? I don't even wait in line. I get out and leave. Can you imagine if my woman was waiting on me and she walked out the house and left? So don't make her wait. Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. Have that roast box in your pocket, have it in your glove compartment, have it in your wallet, wherever you need it. But boy, you need to stay hard. Fellas, take control of your sex life. Dominate your bedroom. She might never tell you, but she love it when you run the show. Roast Box is a 2-in-1 prescription treatment for guys who need a secret weapon against that wet noodle. They hit the bloodstream faster because they dissolve under the tongue. And getting hard faster means there's no more waiting to perform, baby. Roast Box gives you the boost to last longer, and everyone gets more pleasure and climaxes more. Y'all definitely gonna have to hydrate at the end. Ro connects you with medical providers 100% online, so there's no awkward conversation with in-person providers. If approved, treatment shipped directly to your door. No, it ain't coming in a bowl, but you got that Ro. If prescribed, new sexual health patients get $15 off your first order of Sparks on a recurring plan. Connect with your provider at ro.co/OGs to find out if prescription Ro Sparks are right for you. That's ro.co/OGs for $15 off your first order.
Basketball fans, the NBA Finals are here. The stage is set. The stakes are sky high, and every shot could be the difference between glory and heartbreak. There's still time to get in on the action with my partners at DraftKings Sportsbook. Right now, new customers can bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll take home $300 in bonus bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and sign up using my promo code OGs. The crown is yours. Love the thrill of live betting? DraftKings has got you covered. Bet live on in-progress games right here as they happen. Make watching the game that much more exciting. If sports betting is not available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Pick 6 and have the shot to win cash prizes. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use my promo code OGs and bet just $5 on any wager and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. That's promo code OGs only at DraftKings Sportsbook.